Never again has become an empty slogan. While the world commemorates past genocide, it's actively ignoring a living one. #Amhara Genocide. A statement from Amhara Unity for Resistance, Amhara Unity. February 13, 2026. It has been 3 years since Abiy Ahmed declared war on the Amhara people. Since January 26, 2026, the Abiy regime has intensified its attacks on civilians. In different zones of Amhara region, Shoa, Western Wollo, Eastern Gojam, and Western Gondar. The regime has committed war crimes against humanity and genocide in those areas after cutting off telephone and internet services to make sure no information leaks to the outside world, while its heinous crimes were in progress. On February 5, 2026, in Wollo Bet Amhara Wagdi woreda. On February 6, 2026, in Dera woreda, Merha Bay district of Shoa, in Yifat and Timuga district as well as in Ephrata and Gdm district in Ephrata and Gdm, thousands of innocent people have been killed and wounded in the massacres carried out by the regime. On February 10, 2026, the regime committed another round of genocide in different parts of the Amhara region, with Debre Tabor and South Gondar receiving the most victims and destruction from drone strikes. Every year the international community gathers to commemorate past genocides. Leaders give solemn speeches, institutions repeat the same vow, never again. Yet today, Ethiopian lawless regime of Abiy Ahmed, under communication blackout, has unleashed the full arsenal of the army. In all-out war on Amhara, committing mass killings, systematic sexual violence, forced displacements, and aerial bombardment by drones and jets killing thousands. That promise rings hollow. What does never again mean if it applies only to history books? For years, Amhara civilians have been subjected to targeted massacres, ethnic cleansing, crime against humanity at the hands of the state and non-state armed groups. Entire communities have been erased. Women and girls, as young as 8 years to as old as 75, have endured conflict-related sexual violence. Farmers have been driven from their land. Families have been wiped out. These are not allegations whispered in the corners. They are documented by human rights organizations, journalists, and survivors themselves. And still, the world looks away. Instead of accountability, we get diplomatic silence. This is not failure by accident. It is failure by choice. The international community knows how to act when it wants to. Sanctions can be imposed overnight. Arms embargoes can be enforced. No-fly zones can be imposed, and investigations can be launched. Humanitarian corridors can be created. None of this is happening when it comes to Amhara genocide. Why? Because African lives are treated as negotiable. Because strategic alliances matter more than civilian bodies. Because outrage is selective. Never again has become a branding exercise repeated during commemorations, abandoned during crisis. To the victims of Amhara genocide, these declarations sound less like solidarity and more like obscenity. What kind of world mourns yesterday's atrocities while enabling today's? History is watching, and it will not be kind to those who chose to be silent while people were slaughtered. If never again to mean anything, it must be now. We are at a time what Dr. King termed the fierce urgency of now. We are demanding the international community to carry out its responsibilities, to protect lives from a rogue regime that's committing genocide, implementing arms embargoes, accountability for perpetrators beginning with Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed to face justice for the crime of Amhara genocide. Anything less is hypocrisy dressed up as diplomacy. The Amhara people do not need sympathy, they need actions. Your silence has body count. Amhara Unity for Resistance, Amhara Unity, February 13, 2026.